Hey guys, so you are getting the total real me for this Friday Coach Spotlight. I've got a cold, I'm tired, I just drove 4 hours to get to our closest Super Saturday, and I'm just heading that off from a trip from Banff that I did earlier this week. So I'm a hot mess, but let's be real, this is how I am 95% of the time in real life. So this is how you're getting me today. So I'm really excited to share the Coach Spotlight with you. I think my story is very similar to a lot of you. I haven't had a fast track. Well, I had a fast track into coaching, I guess, and success, but then I took a total plummet with things that just happened in my life. And I want you guys to know that, you know, there's going to be ups and downs in the business, but if you stick with it, then you will be successful however you define success, because how I define success and how you might could be really different. Just making sure that this is working correctly. Okay. So I have been coaching for about 2 years now, and I have been up to 1-star diamond. I actually got that within my first year. But right now I'm an emerald coach because one of my top rock stars just decided that she was going to go with another MLM company and totally backed away from Beachbody. And that happens. She was this close to a diamond coach and the strong one on my weak leg, and so things happen, but I'm not letting that get me down. I'm going to keep working and really build a team of people who really want to coach. I think that's probably been one of my biggest struggles. I was so stuck on just hitting rank. That's how I built my team of basically discount coaches when I started, because I just wanted to be emerald, and then I wanted to hit diamond, and I wanted to get 1-star. And when I got to 1-star, like I felt like I finally had my crap together, you know? I was doing trainings and my team was engaged, and then my discount coaches all started going, and I wasn't adding quick enough. And I had some life events that totally rocked my world, and things happened. But so yeah, that's my stats. I think one thing that might surprise you about me is that I deal with anxiety, and it was actually what brought me to Beachbody coaching. So the fact that I'm doing a live video right now, or that I'm hosting a Super Saturday event tomorrow, is kind of blowing my mind. After I had my second son, I was having serious anxiety attacks, and I had heard about postpartum depression, but I'd never heard of postpartum anxiety before. But I remember feeling like I was gonna die. Basically, the rest of my house would be sleeping, and I'd be out on my deck struggling to breathe in the middle of the night. And my doctor put me on a slew of medications, and they just didn't work for me. I was up for 4 days straight, and I knew I needed to find something else. And so doing my research, I found that fitness and nutrition was a huge part of a huge thing that could help me, I guess, with my anxiety. And so that kind of got me into the Beachbody world, and I started just as a challenger, but within 3 weeks, people in my life noticed the difference right away. They noticed that I was coming out of my shell and that I was happier, and so I figured I might as well share the love with other people in my life. And to be honest, I had no intention of really doing a business when I started this. I just knew that I felt amazing, and I wanted the people that I loved most to feel amazing too, so I started helping people. So the fact that I'm able now to do a live video for all of you, and that I'm getting up in front of 200 people tomorrow to host an event, it might surprise you that I do have anxiety, and especially a fear of public speaking. So Melanie Mitchell's been a huge inspiration for me. I met her at a diamond dinner here about a year ago. And so I just love the fact that she's a mom, and like her story's funny, and like, you know, if any of you were at Summit, you know that like they basically, her big recognition for being top coach, they made fun of her for being a mom and for, you know, but like I can relate to her because of all those things. So I watch a lot of her videos, and some of her talks that she did for the diamond dinner and things really struck me. Oh, I've got kids who are going to try to come in and interrupt this video. Those were ones that really touched me. But I love the talk that she did at Summit last year, which was developing a recruiting culture. So if you go on YouTube, you can find that one, and I'll definitely put the link in the comments here. I think recruiting's the hardest one for me, so getting some tips and tricks and things, and finding my squad and finding my ladies was key for me. I would say my biggest failure as a coach was like the dropping ranks and building and that all came from building my team with discount coaches and not really coaches who really wanted to work the business. I found like it was like hard for me to see people like super excited about the coaching opportunity and stuff, and then when they didn't do the, you know, get rich quick thing, they all like dropped and they didn't want to do it, and you know, they didn't want to work for it. They thought that this was going to be something where they could come in and make money, and when it wasn't that, they left. And so it's been really hard feeling like these girls like had so much potential because they rocked as challengers, and then come into the group and not doing, you know, not doing those vital behaviors that like I tried to drill into them, and like just not wanting it enough to put the work in. I think that was really frustrating for me. To overcome that, I'm really just working away and like really working to build the relationship with my challengers so that they become coaches because they really have the heart to help people. I think that's probably one of my biggest strengths as a coach, is that deep down, I started this because I wanted to help people feel good and feel like I did, and especially busy moms who have lost confidence and feel like they don't have time. I want them to know that it's okay to make time for yourself, and it's okay to love yourself, and you're not doing anything wrong by taking the time to take care of you. And so I think that's sort of my strength, and that's how I'm working to overcome the failures of losing rank and losing coaches, is by just really putting so much effort into developing those relationships with the girls. My biggest non-financial that Beachbody has given me is probably the relationships. I feel like I felt like as a mom I really had lost connections with my friends who didn't have kids, and I just felt like a lot of people just didn't understand me anymore. But when I came into this world and I surrounded myself with like people who are positive and take pride in helping others, and they know the struggles that I'm going through, like the relationships that I've made have been incredible. I'm from New Brunswick, and I traveled to Banff just this past weekend, where I met one of my friends who I met through Beachbody, and she's become one of my best friends because of it. She's the one who actually got me started. So the relationships are so incredible. But other than that, I feel like I got me back. Like, I don't know if I ever knew that I lost myself in becoming a mom, but I definitely found myself again and have confidence to do things like do this live video and to get up in front of people tomorrow. I think it's been kind of incredible to step outside of my comfort zone, and that's sort of my new motto, is that I need to step outside of my comfort zone in order to grow. The biggest financials that Beachbody's given me, I mean, I feel like I've been quite successful in the last few years. It started off just being things like, you know, buying diapers for my kids because I had a less than 1-year-old when I started, and then it's paying for daycare. Beachbody's paying for daycare, which was huge. For any of you who pay for, kids in daycare, you know what a big deal that is. My family has been able to travel that I never thought we would get to do. So there's definitely been some huge pluses on the financial side. But like I said, while that is awesome, it's certainly not my motivation for being a coach. I hope that in some way you guys were able to relate to me, and if any of you other busy moms out there want to reach out and make connections, I always love chatting with other coaches who are sort of in the same place that I am and in the same boat and trying to juggle it all. I'm a full-time teacher and 2 kids and husband, and it's not always easy, but totally worth it because I absolutely love the Beachbody world. I love the relationships, and I love feeling like I'm making a difference. I want to leave a positive mark on this world, and this is my way to do it. So happy Friday, all of you. I hope you all are getting to a Super Saturday or Super Sunday somewhere this month, and have a fabulous day.